Hey YouTube, we got some juicy lobbies for you here today. It's going to be Rw9 and Abdullah versus Atto and Feer. This was played a couple days ago. In both of these games, as Feer and Atto queuing together in order to prep for their final EU Open, as Rw9 did not get a touch on that. I think that was Blue Trail, but ultimately Abdullah is going to get the goal, and maybe Rw9 for a second there got a defender to wait, thinking there was something he was going to do, and that was really all he needed. But Atto and Feer, like I said, queuing together as Rw9 going to force in a goal quickly off the kickoff. And it looks like Abdullah and Rw9 queuing together as well. Even though these guys are not RLCS teammates, I think it's unsurprising that Rw9 considers Abdullah somebody that could be worthwhile queuing with, because he has been on the rise over in Mena, and he is playing alongside Team Rock. And you might be saying, wait, no, Feer, Team Rock, that's Nush, Rw9, and Ops. But actually, you haven't caught up. That team has since been dropped by Team Rock. They've picked up Tox. They've become Alcadzia, and Team Rock is back in the Mena RLCS. They have picked up Team X, which was Abdullah, Twiz, and Ghazi, and is clearly the number 3 team right now. I think everyone was expecting Alcadzia to be that number 3 team, to maybe stand a chance at taking a major spot away from Twisted Minds, just because people really liked what they were seeing from Nush and Rw9. But it's pretty clear that Alcadzia has a lot of improvement left to be had, whereas Team X, aka Team Rock, is really the closest contender, although I would argue right now it doesn't seem like there really is a contender. It's going to be the Falcons and Twisted Minds for sure. A lot of talk about Mena and North America and comparing them on Twitter as well. I just realized this came to my head because I saw it a couple days ago. People saying, if you take NRG out of NA, is Mena a better region overall? And I thought it was a very interesting question. I think that the answer is no, not yet, but it's so hard to do that. It's hard to say, take away the best team, the crown jewel from the region, and then compare everybody else. Do they get to keep Falcons? Does Mena get to keep Falcons? Because if we're doing this best team away from both regions, you know, and we just focus on the 2 through 6 or 7 or 8, I mean, I think it is still NA, but clearly Mena is getting better and better. And right now, you know, one way to really look at it is there other strong team that is kind of giving everybody this, you know, this thought process that maybe Mena is better. It has 2 Europeans in it. So we haven't really seen Mena 2 succeed to the level that we were hoping to see once they got that second spot. I think a lot of us who have watched a lot of Mena, like I have, were expecting maybe another top 8 team even before they bolstered the rosters with Europeans. But it just so far has proven to be disappointing from Mena 2 when they have made it to majors, except for, of course, as we joke, when they went to Worlds, which was actually just Oxygen, because Mena 2 didn't even show up to the event. Instead, Oxygen replaced them. So I think it's finally going to be time to have Mena 2 pop off. And quickly, people have been saying, yo, we need Mena 3. We need Mena 3. I don't know if we need Mena 3 yet. Let's go ahead and see that Mena 1 and 2 are both top 8 teams. And then, even then, it doesn't feel great knowing that Mena 2 was taken up by EU regional, or EU players, you know? Because while I agree that it's important to adjust, you know, regions as they get stronger, they shouldn't be getting exclusively stronger because Europeans are coming over. If anything, that makes the argument that Europe should just have another spot and not Mena. So hopefully we see this Team X. All of this, we got into all this rambling because we were talking about Abdullah, and Abdullah is of Team X. Twiz and Ghazi, you guys have seen a lot about Ghazi. He's actually done really well in 1v1 over there in Mena. So yeah, I think as those guys improve, that's when it's time to start talking about Mena 3. And hopefully Nush and Rw9 can follow as well, because even with their European, they had a pretty poor result in Open 2. Not a bad result in Open 1, they were doing just fine, but you can't really afford to lose these early rounds when you're playing in Mena, and they did do just that. Right now, Rw9 and Abdullah up 3-1 here against Feer and Atto, as Feer chip up off the back wall. Rw9 just going to steal it away, or I shouldn't say steal it away, steal him away, demo him off the map, and let the ball fall to his teammate, but then finally some physical play from KC is going to result in their first goal. They have 56 seconds to try and bring back the 2 goals, as Feer is going to fake in order to let the ball fall into the back corner of Atto. Is Rw9 going to pre-jump here? Yeah, I was going to say, one of these 2 probably need to pre-jump, and it seems like it was going to be Rw9. Abdullah actually started his pre-jump there for a moment before recognizing it's probably better for Rw9 to go. Abdullah trying to steal the boost. He does succeed in doing so. And Rw9's backflip challenge does not want to leave Abdullah all alone. He kind of did. He was behind the play and wasn't going to be able to catch up. But one thing that Rw9 does get to do is, oh no, as he gets to basically force them to go fast. But we just watched Rw9 try and back pass over to Abdullah. Instead, it's just a perfect pass to Atto. And so now our game that should have been out of reach is maybe possible here with 24 seconds left to go. Rw9 little camera checks to see if he can go for the ball. He's been really patient here on offense. A few times he's been up there. Doesn't seem to want to actually make a move. Oh my goodness. Rw9 and Abdullah might be just a little bit lucky that none of those bounces went in. But fortunately for them, there is no luck in Rocket League, so they could just say they were skilled. They had it all along. They win this first game, but we have a second one with the same lobby coming up. Over to Driftwood Knights for this second matchup. One of the things that I might be doing a lot here on the channel is using, of course, I've talked about it a few times, my parser that looks through ball chasing, but specifically, it can help me find stacked lobbies with, you know, as many elite players as possible. And so this one, of course, recognizing we had 3 elite players in Atto, Vatira, and Rw9. Who knows, maybe Abdullah going to get himself onto that elite list before long, as he is going to be the first one to score here and put the Saudi duo up 1-0. Rw9, did they just trade demos there? I think they did. Oh no, he just got demoed himself. He felt like he was going fast enough to maybe get one of his own. Soft touch from Rw9. Wanted to get the landing, get back out to the ball, but wasn't planning on getting bumped in the process. Now, nice recovery to help Abdullah handle this. Did he actually clear it the length of the field? Oh my goodness, it's almost directly in. Is he going to be able to dunk it in? No, nice save from Vatira, but a good play. Rw9 going for the double, and he will get it off the ground to put him in the squad up 2-0. Abdullah, great patience, allowing Rw9 to return back to the play and be the pest like he should be as that first man, which is kind of interesting. Of course, it is 2v2. It's not 3v3, but we're so used to seeing Rw9 want to play as that last back, keeping the game in front of him. He's been a bit more aggressive here today, as Atto's going to pinch this one away to Rw9, who will start a dribble off the back wall. Quick movement to get it around Vatira. Has a reset. Nice use of power slide and the dash in order to not lose any of his momentum there. But unfortunately, the shot does fall short and leads Abdullah to have to play 1v1 defense against Atto, and he managed to avoid the bump. Vatira did not get the steal there. Rw9 sailing over the top of what he thought was going to be a dribble that got started, but I think watching in the replay, it was clear Vatira had nowhere near enough boost to do that. Who's to say that Rw9 maybe didn't expect him to have a bit more when he was playing this game live. Nice half flip on the sidewall into chain dashes to catch back up to this one. But one more touch from Vatira actually extends it out past his reach. So the KC duo will get a couple in a row before taking a possession. Rw9, he couldn't really decide if Abdullah was going to keep going, I think, and then ultimately realized that he was in too deep by the time he decided it was his opportunity to go. Tons of wall dashing from Rw9 right now as he moves around the map, but ultimately finds himself not making the best of challenges and leaving Abdullah to try and make the final play. He's not going to be able to, so 2-1. Abdullah leaving this boost for Rw9 before taking up into the skies. Reset over the top of Atto. Put it high off the back wall. Actually, as Atto put it extra high off the back wall, so maybe it wasn't fully over him like I maybe thought. Rw9 double. Didn't have the boost in order to get the angle himself, but the good news is Abdullah did not ditch him. He's around to tap it in as well. And it's a 3-1 lead for the Saudis. Rw9 pre-flip reset double. Could not dunk it over the top of Atto. That actually seemed very scoreable from Abdullah, but because he didn't put it on first, he had to try and double it. By the time he's going for the double, they actually can't get back. I wonder if there was a world in which he could have gotten that angle right away. What recoveries from Rw9 after it seemed like getting bumped, you know, enough that it should take him longer to get out of play. Vatira's mad. He wants Rw9 off the map. He's chasing him down. He did convince him to leave the net, which is all that really matters, and allows himself to get a very easy tap in. Abdullah cutting around Atto at the cost of keeping the ball on target as it goes slightly wide. Rwas slow playing. Gets Feer to miss. Rotating around, ball side. It's something that you hear a lot of people complain about. I know when I go on Reddit, it seems like they talk like unequivocally. Rotating on the side of the ball is a miserable idea. But you'll see in these high-level lobbies, it happens all the time. I don't know if it's fair to say it happens more often than not, but these players really want to stay around into play. I mean, going super wide on an arcing rotation and removing yourself from the play entirely, really not the best idea for these top-level players. Here, there really was no ball side, I would say, as the ball going straight down the center of the field. Rwas just staying on the side wall where he could pick up some 100 boosts. Abdullah 50ing it into Feer. Atto, whether on purpose or not, just 50s it right back down. Feer is on a mission, man. He's had enough of Rwas in this lobby. He has decided if he takes Rwas out, then it'll be free from there. Wasn't able to chase him down that time. Rwas, nice read to double this off the side wall. Oh, great psycho. Abdullah sitting back waiting for it. I don't think it was on target anyways, but still. Pretty good touch. Send it soaring. Rwas gonna 50. And then back into his own half. Abdullah cutting everyone out. Just Atto to beat. Actually, never mind. Feer able to get back despite the physical bump play pressure from Abdullah. 3-3 with 3 seconds left to go. Rwas gets beat big time. Abdullah is back though. Not to mention the ball wide of the net by a decent margin. So didn't really have to worry about a goal. It's going to be overtime in this second game here on Driftwoods. Abdullah will head to the ball as Rwas elects to cheat up close. Can't really make much happen with his 26 boost. So now we'll wait on the back wall to see the end result of Abdullah's challenge. He wasn't able to double it. Now Feer and Rwas taking turns, getting heavy touches, giving the ball back and forth to each other. Not ideal. As Rwas moves upfield, you saw that bit of camera work to try and get a read on where everyone was at to make the right play. Now Rwas playing from that backline spot we're more used to as he makes that save on only pads. Now will completely leave as he picks up a couple boosts. That's probably, the example that everyone loves to talk about with rotating wide. I mean, there are situations where it is definitely better, but it would be very low IQ to try and turn back into play with no boost and not path over some sort of pad. And to be fair, that's probably what the Rocket League subreddit is talking about. Much lower level games in which players are doing nothing correct. But Abdullah, a nice save. KC went all in. Rwas staring at a wide open net. He will launch it in. A little 1 minute, 5 second OT. But Rwas and Abdullah getting a couple wins against the KC duo, stealing some MMR as Mena comes out on top.